101.5.
All the way from across a Zoom camera, I've warned him once that this is the only time that I will allow him to not be in studio with me. He is releasing debut singles and he is going to talk everything music with me. His name is Joseph Linley. Hello.
Hello, Venita. It's good to be here.
Thank you so much. Now, you have gotten my warnings that this is the last time that we're doing a Zoom.
Yeah, very loud and clear.
Thank you so much. I love that we get to chat to each other tonight. So listen, tell me a little bit, where are we right now? Are you in Cape Town?
I'm in Cape Town.
You see. I'm going to try and figure out what is the potion for Cape Town that people want to stay there and not come to Groot FM, specifically VXL Vibes. Like, I know it's raining right now. I know it's kind of semi-humid and warm in Pretoria, but we're nice people. I think.
Sure. You have to be out of your mind to not make your way to TV.
No, definitely. Okay, Joseph Linley, let's actually get to know you a little bit better here on VXL Vibes because you are going to bring the vibe tonight for the next hour. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay, so let's talk about Chapter 1 for you. Now, obviously, to get it out of the way, the Linley surname is already in the industry. You have a little bro that decided to not go to university and just make a very big career for himself. So that's Will Linley. That's where the Linley comes from. Did you actually teach him everything he knows?
I wish I could claim that, but it might be the other way around.
This is the moment now to say that you had to get him on his way and lead him from behind the scenes, and now you feel comfortable having the butterfly fly away to take on your own career.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
You see, I read you like a book. But let's get to Joseph Linley's Chapter 1. Where did this all start for you?
Yeah. So, I mean, to take it way back, so we are one of four boys, me and Will. So we the last two. And we grew up, I guess, in a very sporty household. Like we just naturally gravitated to playing lots of sport and being outside loads. And my parents kind of encouraged that in us. But one of the things that they really encouraged as well was that all of us had to play a musical instrument in primary school. And I think that, sport, it's often spoken about that, it grows such good life skills, like learning to win and lose and all those kind of things. But I think, music is such an amazing teacher as well.
Yes.
We grew up, I guess, instilled in that discipline of needing to practice your instrument and try and get better. And then so some of my earliest memories of music are, singing in the junior choir and playing in the orchestra. And I guess there's a whole nother dynamic of team there. And I can, then dive into other kind of bits and pieces. But I think that was my earliest kind of memories of music. And I think really instilled a love for music. That's, I think, with a love and appreciation for words.
Yes.
Kind of things started.
So you said you were kind of requested or required to play an instrument when you were younger. Which instruments did you kind of lean towards? It says a lot about your character, so I need to know.
Yeah. So I played piano, and then I played orchestral percussion. So
okay.
I know. So in orchestras where someone will be playing the timpani or the xylophone or the cymbal or that was basically me. So you basically are responsible for all the percussion that happens within an orchestral piece of work.
Which one is the one that has the two little things and you just go ting the whole entire time? That one, ting.
Yeah. The little cymbal. I don't know. There's probably a better name for it than that, but
that one that you always see in cartoons that people run, like Bugs Bunny runs into it and those.
Yes, exactly.
I need to play that. And then second question, can I be part of your band if I do play that?
Oh, 100%. And I mean, we all know that that's the most important instrument, right?
Thank you for acknowledging that. I really feel like no one sees that.
Yeah, honestly, it's not okay. It's not okay.
It's really not.
Appreciate
Thank you. I love that. I am definitely going to figure out what it's called first, and then I'm going to go and rent it. I don't want to purchase it. Maybe it's just not for me. And then I'm going to fly down to Cape Town. Or better, you come up. You come up and then we jam.
Actually, we are hosting auditions for the little symbol coming up in about June. So you can submit your application.
Oh, perfect timeline for me. I love this. Thank you. It's going to be a whole thing. Are we still going to perform under the Joseph Linley name, or do we have like a whole project name?
Open to discussion.
Okay.
I think we can find something that works well for both of us.
Because net now, like, people think I'm Joseph Linley, and then you don't get the limelight, and then that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
I love it. I love that you are literally contributing to this weird vibe tonight. Okay, so, but actually fun-filled vibe, not even weird, but we all need a little bit of a weirdness, right?
Very important.
So that's where the love for music started for you from a very, very young age. But there's like it's a very difficult thing, specifically in the South African industry and also in South African households, when you go and you say, Mom, I don't necessarily want to be a normal 9-to-5 guy. I want to make music. Now, I think you guys are giving your mother a heart attack, because every single time she wants academics for her children, they come back with debut singles.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think in my case, I'm lucky because Will blazed the trail, right? He was like the older brother. You know how like your older brothers, they always complain, or at least in my case,
yes,
our older brothers always complain that like they got the strictness from my parents, and things are definitely more lenient for Will and I. So in this case, Will got the strictness from the parents, and trying to navigate the do you jump, do you not jump deliberation, and yeah, he did it so well. So at least I'm lucky in that part.
He was like High School Musical. He was soaring, he was flying, and your mom just saw the good of what the industry can be. And I'm very happy for that, because now we can sit and talk about music. We can talk about your feeling and your perception of it. And we're going to get to all of that right here on Groot FM 90.5. We're going to take a short break. Line, I have Joseph Linley, and we're going to talk about his newest and his debut single called I'm With You. Now, I kind of love that we already spoke about this. I asked you in the sense of, like, what are you planning so far with this single? Like, where are we going? And you had the best response. I'm not going to take the words out of your mouth, so I'm going to have you repeat them.
Amazing. No, I was just saying that I think, it's been a dream of mine to kind of write, record, and release my own song. And I think I'm trying as much as possible just to like live in the moment and soak it all in. Like, I think it feels so surreal to have something that you've worked so hard at out and now for people to enjoy. And so I think trying not to think about the next thing, because then you actually forget to enjoy the thing that you've worked so hard to get to. So just really trying to soak it all in.
Very true. I think a lot of people, like I said, we're always so rushed to get to the next thing, or even like, unfortunately, society is rushing for the latest story, the newest story, and the next best thing, that we kind of feel like we always have to stick with the trends, and we forget to savor the moment. So I love how you're not rushing into another single, touring, doing whatever, and you're just enjoying what you have put out, because, like you said, you have worked hard, you have put effort into it, so you can be proud. And I definitely think that it takes a lot from someone. Like, I love the entertainment industry. I like it from being here and asking questions. I would never, I think, for now, be able to sit down and put what I've seen and put what I feel on a piece of paper, go to someone like, this is my thoughts and feelings, you can have it, then have people look at it and then you make a song and then have people listen to it. So how's that journey of allowing people into your space been?
Yeah, journey is the right word. It's definitely been a process. So I wrote the majority of I'm With You about three and a half years ago. So it was like, remains one of the coolest moments in my life. I kind of sat down at the piano. I was feeling a whole bunch of things, and I can get into a little bit more detail on what the song's about, and kind of sat down and wrote the chorus, and it's literally word for word, note for note, exactly the same as what I wrote like 3.5 years ago.
Wow.
To what's in the finished song, and I'd written the bridge and then some verses as well. Like I knew the storyline that I wanted for the song. But then when I finished it, it just felt like so vulnerable. I was like, oh my gosh, like this feels really cool. Like I've never had an experience like this, like writing something that, you know, you obviously are very biased, but I think I was like, yo, this actually feels like there's something here.
This is good. Yeah.
And so just held on to it for a very long time. And then I think over time, like, I think you just start to realize, like, I played it for a few of my close friends, and I think you realize that what I felt in that moment is not like a unique experience just to me. Like we are all human, like we all feel a range of emotions, and my song was actually so hopeful for other people. Like when they had heard it, they were like, yo, like, you know, this really spoke to me, or, you know, they were so kind in kind of their feedback. And so I think it kind of got me thinking, like, you know, I think art is, it's so vulnerable to share it, but that's where it actually can like make an impact and make work. You know, like I could keep the song to myself, and that's okay. Like if that's what I had decided to do. But actually, I think realizing like I've got to like go through the journey of finishing it, completing it, and then actually letting it go and being able to say like, I feel proud of this piece of work, like, and I hope other people can resonate with it in some way. And some people will and some people won't, and that's okay. But it's worth it if it's impacted a few people and helped them put words to emotions that they felt, or feelings that they felt, or thoughts that they've thought.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's such a privilege to be able to do for people.
Oh, 100%. I when Robbie Williams was in South Africa, I went to go see him, and he literally said something that I wrote down, because that's exactly how I feel about my art, and maybe you can resonate with it because the way that you described it, I immediately thought of that quote again. He was like, I hope that you're going to enjoy the next 3 hours, because it's going to be therapy for me, but entertainment for you. And I was like, oh, that's how I feel when I sit here and I talk about things on the radio.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So good.
Write that down, and then you put it in a song somewhere, and then not only am I going to play the tiny simple things, I'm going to get writing credits.
I was going to say, you'll get writing credits.
Listen, I think we're making a mean team right now, like, honestly. But also, let's talk about the concept of I'm With You. Like you said, you went into a very vulnerable space, and as I was reading up on it, you said that you saw people that you, like, cared about hurting. And I think that's one of the most heartbreaking things, when you see people that you care about in a very dark space and you can do nothing to bring light into it. Like it's a struggle to see it, but you just try to be there for people.
And I think like that's the thing, isn't it? Is you, like, when there are people that you dearly love who are going through like hardship, we feel like we want to be able to take it away. You know, we want to be able to do something about it. We want to be able to fix their problem for them and solve their problem for them. Mm-hmm. But actually, we can't help them like that. Actually, the most powerful and most helpful thing you can do for someone is to say, you know what, no matter what, I'm with you. I'm sticking with you. I'm not going anywhere. And we're going to face this together, and we're going to confront this together, and you're not alone. And I'm not going anywhere. And I think that, you know, that when I like realized that for myself, it felt really powerful, because I was like, sure. So often I feel like, what's that going to do if I offer that to someone? But then being on the receiving end of that, you're like, oh, that is one of the most powerful things someone can do for you. Is that feeling of being like, I'm not alone. Like and someone really sees me and is taking the time to really try and understand me. And so, my hope would be that the listener would go on a journey, right? Like that from the start of the song, they're really introduced to this person who's struggling and hurting and trying to do anything they can to not kind of face what they are needing to face. And by the end of the song, that the listener would be filled with hope and optimism of that like shift that happens for the kind of main character, of realizing like, I can face what I need to face because I'm not alone.
That's beautiful. So if there's any lesson that we need to learn tonight is be the support for someone. You don't have to be the whole support system, but you can be the support for someone. And I think that's really beautiful. So we have one last segment. I think we call it the final chapter of this journey that we're on tonight that we're going to get to. And there's a very interesting day of the year that's actually being celebrated tonight. Now, I don't know if you are updated in what days of the years are getting celebrated, but it is take your guitar out of the closet day, but I've broadened it to take your instrument out of the closet day. Okay, so how long has it been since you played an instrument?
How long has it been?
Yeah, since you last played your instrument.
2 days ago.
Okay, that's great. That's not too long, but guess what? Tonight's another night that we are going to dust off some instruments here on VXL Vibes. So get yourself ready because we're going to be creative. We might just make the second single here on VXL Vibes. Who knows?
Good.
We'll see where the night takes us. Ek het nog vir jou so baie. I love that. Ek het nog vir jou so baie op Groot FM 90.5 bly ingeskakel. 20 minute voor 8 061 610 4576. I did tell the listener to also actually dust off their instruments, and a lot of videos has been coming in of people playing guitar. Someone said they're dusting off their violin, and then I felt like I failed myself because I can't play the violin. Can you play the violin?
I can't play the violin.
No, that's like who plays violin? Fancy people, smart people, but definitely cool people. So there's a lot still happening tonight. Still on the line. I'm actually so happy that you're still on the line because usually people would have ended the call by now. Joseph Linley, and he is talking about his latest debut single, his newest and first debut single, I'm With You. And he decided that he's going to stick around for the ultimate ending of this conversation with a little game. Okay? Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay,
well,
so
actually, I don't know. I hope I'm ready.
No, you are. Listen, there's a lot of trends going around, and I think this is actually so fun because if you are listening to this conversation, you are going to want to watch the YouTube video that we are also going to put out because this is like a visual thing, but I love it. You know, there's like trends on social media where like I make the face and you make the noise.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're switching it up a little because it is dust off your instrument day today. Okay, dust off your guitar day, but I decided that we are doing instruments, all of them. And people love a little bit of a guitar, don't they?
For sure. It's
So-
integral.
How does it sound if I say to you, I'm going to say the instrument and you're going to make the air guitar face?
The air guitar face.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you're gonna have to like play it, but you're gonna also have to have the expression of it. So we'll do one that obviously you chose it as a young'un that you're gonna play. So piano. Oh, I love that. That's okay. That's beautiful. That's giving. I don't know. Vote the Callum. Oh no, Vote the Callum is a flute player. So we're going with that flute.
I was thinking,
That's nice. That's nice. That's a little jazzy. That gives me Lizzo vibes. Okay?
come on.
Your brother plays it, guitar. Oh, there we go. Oh, you do the little duck face with the little grunge. You're like,
Buddy. The expression on the face shows the amount of shred happening on the instrument.
Okay, so we're going hard.
Directly correlated.
What will happen if you play the harp?
Yo, what will...
It's a difficult one.
I feel like you got to be like more somber when you play the harp.
Okay, you're a little bit more sad. Okay, that you just look confused, but that's fine.
It's got to get in my feelings.
Okay, bongo drums. I like bongo drums. That's a vibe. The head is bobbing. That's nice. I'll play the bongo drums with you. And last but not least, if you were your favorite artist, who do you look up to?
Yo, Need to Breathe. Do you know Need to Breathe?
Yes. Okay.
Love
So if you were Need to Breathe, but you are playing, what is an organ? How would that look? How would that look?
You're really mixing genres here.
100%. I'm so making this the thumbnail. Oh, I'm so making this the thumbnail of this video. That's, oh, wow. You're even like changing some of the, I love it that you changed some of the notes as well.
I had to bring in that like syncopation on the offbeat.
Yes. Oh, such a sport. Thank you so much. That is going to be in the YouTube video. I will specifically cut that part out and send it to you just so that you can look at yourself. I feel like you can give me like one. I feel like it's fair enough that I need to be a sport, and you can give me one. Okay, make it easy. Make it easier.
Okay, we going with cello.
Okay, cello.
Like the.
No, I know what the cello is. I'm not cello. I'm gonna make it a rock cello. Like what were those two cello guy vibes that did the Thunderstruck? So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move the mic. I'm gonna do this.
Oh,
do you
that
like
was
that?
dedication.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was.
Thank you.
That was 100%.
Thank you.
Better than all my.
Thank you. I'll come get my award when we see each other. Joseph, where can we actually follow you on social media? Because I want to keep up with the madness.
Amazing. So probably the best platform would be Instagram, where I'm Joseph Linley _. But then I'm also on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube.
And you're also available on all streaming platforms with I'm With You. People can go and listen to it. Is there maybe a music video, a visualizer? I love a lyric video. Do a lyric video if you want. That we can go look
we
at.
should actually definitely put out a lyric video. So there's a visualizer on Spotify. You know, that's a canvas.
Yeah,
I need to get with the jargon.
You need to get up with the times, honestly. Okay, but another project for the next couple of months. Lyric video for Venita.
There you go. Lyric video. There we go.
Perfect. Joseph Linley _ on Instagram, and hy's ook oral anders beskikbaar. For the first time, but definitely not, and I promise you, not the last time, on Weekstel Vibes, on Groot FM 90.5, on radio here and everywhere, I'm going to play out with I'm With You. If you had to give a final message in 3 words for this song to anyone who's listening to it for the first time, what would that be? Word number 1. He thinks.
My 3 words would be just keep hoping.
Oh, beautiful. Hou net aan glo is sy finale woorde op Groot FM. Well, not final words. That sounds terrible. Is his words describing this song. I'm With You.
Groot FM 90.5.